Can I get a moment of your time? Well, alright. Bankhead, I see you, partner. From the interviews to the news to your favorite tunes, you cannot lose when you're tuned into Straight Out the Trunk Radio. Hit me, From the interviews to the news, what's your favorite tune? Straight out the trunk, they got what you want now. Get your body to go to sleep, and when you brush your teeth, when you first wake up, turn your radio on. Straight out the trunk now. Straight out the trunk. You are now listening to Straight Out the Trunk. Put your seat back, turn your radio up. It's Straight Out the Trunk. You are now tuned in and you're rocking with the best. Straight Out the Trunk. Everybody tuned in, let me hear you say Straight Out the Trunk. 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 Straight out the trunk.
What it do, what it do, what it do? It's your boy Bank of the Name with Straight Out Trunk Radio. Got another dope-ass interview with another dope-ass entrepreneur, A&R, producer, somebody out here just making moves in the community, you feel me? But make sure you follow us, Straight Out Trunk Radio, SODTR _. Follow me personally, Bankhead _ the name. Today, we have Networkz in the motherfucking house. How you doing, sir?
Man, I'm good.
Appreciate
I'm good, bro.
Up.
Hey, no, thank you for inviting me to the spot, man. I appreciate it. Or, you know.
Oh, yeah. Well, I pulled up to you.
You pulled up to y'all.
Yeah.
On your platform, man. I dig that, man. I appreciate it, man.
Now, I have to give you your flowers right now. What you doing out here in the community in Inglewood and helping other artists from different cities and helping them put on their careers and their past. I love what you're doing.
Thank you, man.
You know, I love it. And you from the city of Inglewood.
Yeah.
You know, and
Inglewood, born and raised.
I've been in Inglewood for the last couple of years teaching in the schools at Crozier Middle School, City Honors, at Morningside, at Inglewood. We're doing these after school programs for like podcasting, teaching these kids podcasting and broadcasting.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Last 3 years I've been out here doing that shit with Kevin Nash from KJLH.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I seen you out there with Pro Club and giving back to the kids, and so I was like, man, we got crossed paths one time with this man because we definitely can do that.
After this, we for sure got to figure out, how we can.
For sure, yeah.
No, that's super dope.
Because Inglewood, Morningside, they collided. They're collabing. So they calling themselves Inglewood Unite this coming up year. Yeah. Because they shutting down Morningside and they rebuilding Inglewood. You feel me? So
exactly.
But hey, how's Inglewood right now though? You feel me? Because old Inglewood to the new Inglewood, like how do you like that?
I'm kind of like in between with it because of course, man, I'm used to. Because from a time when I was a kid, man, with the Kelso, shit bounced around a little bit, man. Went to Inglewood High, man. Shit predominantly grew up my whole life there, so I pretty much seen it a certain way. So now seeing it flip, I know it's for the good because it's bringing more money to the community. I.e. what's is allowing, the big project I was talking. They about to flip Inglewood High, so I know that's probably a direct call as far as the budget coming from the changes that's going on, but at the same time, it's just kind of it's like bittersweet though, because it's like you met an old friend. Mm-hmm. Inglewood's like an old friend to me, so it's like just seeing it kind of being wiped away is a little fucked up, but it's for the better.
When your go-to liquor store get taken away because of a fucking apartment building,
it's nuts.
Like nigga,
with wooden gates and all that.
Yes, and I hate. Oh, bro, I understand that.
It's tricky, man. But I say, man, I try to look at it from it just depends on the mind state. Because it's gonna be a lot of money flowing in the city.
Facts. Money is coming in,
and and there's gonna be a lot of things that we could, a lot of funds that could be that could help the community, as far as the people that's gonna remain there, the people that's been there, the people that deserve the help and to reap the benefits of the finances that's coming through the city.
No, and I love what from the last couple of years been out here, Inglewood. They pour back into their community, and they are pouring back into the kids and finding out what the kids like from technology to anime to drawing, or even to coding. They be having their coding programs.
Yeah, I heard about those.
So shit like that, or even they have Girls Make Beats where they teaching girls to make beats and to DJ. So. They're not going the traditional route of like you need to learn your history, math, science, and all that. They just like, yo, we're in a new age of technology,
evolving with the kids.
Yeah, exactly. So I love how Inglewood do that.
Even with the principal, because I've been able to meet with the principal a few times with the work with Pro Club we've been doing up there. So even with the the principal, shout out Dr. Collins. Just what he's bringing as far as just enthusiasm. Like being understanding, like even just open, like even we had to shoot a few things up there, but him like, man, I'm finna be up there. I know it's for the school, it's for the betterment of it's for the betterment of the school. I'm with the he with the culture for sure. So just him going above and beyond to just open up doors so we could come in, man, and try to show Inglewood and just the vision of, especially the vision I have for it. And him just being opening the doors and letting us run around, man, and try to get that off. And then even him talking to him like as far as with the test scores, Inglewood was the lowest in the country or the lowest in the state, I believe. You know what I'm saying? So now he's saying it raised a little bit, but it's still work to do. Yep. But just him, just hearing him talk like that, I know I know that the school is in good hands though. So shout out to Dr. Collins.
Yeah, we worked the Inglewood graduations, and they were just telling everybody how Inglewood test scores have risen over the last couple of years since being, like you said, labeled as one of the worst. Right. So the community and kids have been improving, and they said a lot. This year has been the most kids that got scholarships to go to school. So shout out to them. Shout out to the school district. Shout out to teachers, the parents, everybody. You was recently up there with Casey Veggie shooting some shit. You feel me? Y'all recently dropped that shit. Was fire.
Right. Yeah, that was
because he's a Inglewood alumni.
Yeah, no, definitely. That was a pro club session that was put together by the company I work with, Pro Club, of course. But that was super dope, man. To have he played ball there, and actually have him be able to do a session on the floor. Which, in my understanding, I know everything is gonna look different. Probably the next 2 years.
So that was could have been like one of the last shots
of the school. Of the school. Yeah, we even walked around, man. Just see even him. We walked around. They had, he had his camera, had a separate camera crew, but he was just getting shots of the school, just kind of capturing, just some memories to hold, because that's. But it's, like we said, it's finna look different. So that was an ill time with Casey, man.
I can't wait to see what Casey got coming up next, what Pro Club got coming up next, but also how Inglewood's new school is going to be looking.
No doubt.
That's just going to be fire.
State of the art.
One of my favorite questions to ask my guests, especially my new guests on the show, is who had a better playlist growing up, moms or pops?
Man, I got to roll with moms, man.
Moms,
for sure.
Okay.
Moms was cold, man. She was, it was vinyl. She was heavy into the vinyl and then the tapes, of course. But man, I got her vinyl collection right now. Like, she donated a lot of it from back then, to me right now. So man, it was well over about 400 vinyls in there. You know what I mean?
And I know, are you still going through those crates right now to get some of them beats right now?
Man, shout out to my boy Bucket Hat. You know what I mean? I shoot him a stack, man. He go rip the samples off, man, and and we do what we do with them. So they definitely been getting put to work, but they definitely know. But Moms is the one, just speaking on Moms, she the one that just inspired my ear, just from me growing up, and her love for music. Cause she going, every time she get paid, she going to the record store.
Oh, I feel that. She brings something new to the table every paycheck.
Yeah, every paycheck. You know what I mean? There's more vinyl, more tapes coming in the house, and then as I'm growing and I'm listening, and I'm consuming, and it's and it's catching my ear. So it really them times right there just kind of tune my ear for the shit I like, to curate.
Okay. True or false that Polly Rob is the first person to help you into this music game?
Yeah, for sure. That's true. Yeah, that's been my brother since we was 13, 14 years old, man, when he moved from New York to Inglewood. So no, definitely, because I was already into West Coast music and going into the down south ear. You know what I mean? So he came from the East Coast, and he came with the Wu-Tang, shit I really wasn't tapping into like that. You know what I mean? So he would, fucking with him, and then as we grew, like I said, we used to be in his room. You know what I mean? I'm picking beats. Me and him, him, his cousin Papa, his brother Brian, like they in there rhyming on the karaoke machine. You know what I mean? And taping it. You know what I mean? And I remember fast forward to we get a little older, man. He transformed his whole room into a studio. You know what I mean? So, and then he the one that gave me he gave me the title, or he the one that sparked my mind on the A&R tip. Like, man, you'll be the A&R.
Do you remember the first couple of records or tracks that you A&R'd officially?
I remember, man. Actually, man, it was like 2004, man. Right before I fell for my time, man. It was an artist I was working with by the name of Young Bay. My homie Dion, man. Shout out to my nigga. But that was like my first artist. I had an idea. I'm like, man, I'm gonna start this label, Bomb First Entertainment. And then boom, I got my boy Young Bay Delano. That was his name back then. That was my artist. So the first move I could say, or like my first A&R act, I could say, was putting him with this producer named Young June, which was from a label called Low Life Records.
Okay.
And that's where Badass was signed to. Man, got R.I.P. to Badass, but it was a label that he was signed to back then. That was it was pretty big streetwise. They was known streetwise then. So I connected with the producer from over there. Man, then I forgot. Then I might have played him some shit in the car. Wasn't sitting no shit on the phone and shit back then.
You got to pull up.
But yeah, I think I might have played him a tape or a CD or something, and he heard him. He was like, "Oh yeah, I fuck with it." And then boom, I remember we slid the Hawthorne, man, and we laid a joint. So and I talked on the joint too. So that was my first time getting.
I've been listening to you for like the last couple of days. I've been waiting for a track for you to hear 16.
Oh, me? Nah.
I'm waiting. I hear you come to talking shit. And introduce the artist. But I'm waiting for him like, yo, don't right.
That's my shit. Like, man, man, I respect the culture, man. I love the culture so much. So I feel, me personally, because I didn't, I always looked at the niggas behind the scene. I never was like, I always loved hip hop, loved rap, but I was always focused on like the niggas behind the scene. That's what Master P was. Being one of them, that's probably like the first one I could really see. Like, damn, man, like this. Even though he was rapping, it was just the business moves,
business mindset.
The business mindset. Then it went to then Dame. Like I watched Dame for a long time. Then what's my boy? Of course, Jay Prince, and then it's my Tony Draper. That was another one from Suave House. Just the whole Texas movement in general, though. Just watch how they was. Them brothers all business minded. Because they hustling straight out the trunk for the most part.
Big facts. Yeah. Everything out the trunk out of there. Independent, one of the biggest independent, cities and states.
No, real shit. So just even because I was really like inspired off fucking Lil Troy.
Oh, bro, that's my shit, nigga. So niggas don't know about Lil Troy.
Bro, it's legendary because that he never rapped on the record. The Wanna Be a Baller record. He never rapped on the record, bro.
I'm gonna replay that.
Replay it. It's a Fat Pat. It's Fat Pat. Fat Pat was on there. Young Star had two, even on the extended version.
Don't play me off.
Young Star had two verses. Fat Pat at the end. Lil Troy never rapped on the record and got the plaque.
I have to go back and listen to this.
Man, I'm telling you, and you know how I know I watched it. So look, this how I tripped because I seen that, man. I got it. It was the tape, so it was the bootleg tape. So I ended up with I don't know how the fuck I got the Wanna Be a Baller movie.
Yeah, okay.
So in the movie, they got the scene at the end where they give him the plaque. So it's like the real scene, but they just recorded it like for the movie. But this nigga holding the plaque for Wanna Be a Baller. Never rapped on the motherfucker. I'm like, man, he a cold nigga. I got to do that.
Oh.
So that's where it started for me. Like when I seen that, I'm like, man, that intrigued me. I'm like, damn, how the fuck this nigga didn't rap? I had the CD, bro. I listened to that motherfucker front and back.
I'm gonna have to go back and look.
Sitting Fat Down South is the name of the CD, man. People probably don't even know they know the record, but they probably don't know the name of the fucking.
That's crazy.
Album.
All right, now that's a history lesson right there for your ass. Straight out the trunk radio history lesson. You dig?
Come on, man. You already know.
Do you remember your first plaque and like the emotions and feelings you had receiving one?
I mean, I guess the streaming plaque. I guess for the Broken Cuffs. I got it's like at 2-3 million something now, but we got the plaque at the 1 million mark. I mean, that was like a big accomplishment because in my mind, that's kind of like what I was setting. I guess you could say I was setting my goal for. Like, man, I gotta hit 1 million streams. So the motherfucker, it took maybe about a year and a half or something like that, but you know it happened. So with that, when I when I received that, we sent out for it and I got it and I looked at it. I'm like, okay, that was just kind of like a I guess you could say like another notch of saying, man, I could do this shit.
Facts.
So it was just more of like, all right, let me do this shit again and see if I can get to a million faster next time. You know what I mean? So, you know, so yeah, that's that plaque right there. I know for sure with this for the project. So I got a few more I could get, but just that one right there was like the one. Like, all right, man, I really worked hard. I kind of say like I really came into my A&R bag as I'm putting. You know, we really cooked maybe about 85% of the Broken Cups album in the studio with the artists. You know what I mean? So we was really picking beats.
That's hard to do sometimes.
No, it's super hard. You got the homies from Young Rowdy, my boy T.Y. I'm free T.Y. BG son. But man, you know, catching them from New Orleans, shit. That's when we had the studio over in San Vicente, probably right, local astronaut studio. But man, just being able to catch cats, man. Conway, he did his from afar, but he was able to pull up to the lab after that. But you know, just being able to catch cats, man, to pull them in and vibe with them. You know, really have input versus just sending that motherfucker out and getting it back. You know?
No, that's real. You catch a vibe and know a nigga like, hey, I feel you, or like, hey, nigga, I don't know, though. Like, hey, let me do that again. You know, like, no, that's real. But you have a lot of I was doing research, like I said, from 2019. You know how many albums you have in your discography on Spotify?
I ain't even count.
26, nigga. So you have 26 albums out, or you've been a part of and involved with since 2019. Is 26 albums.
It's probably
majority of those is yours.
So even probably more than that, because the ones that don't have my name, like I A&R, the Rock Martian, Jay Worthy, the Nothing's Bigger Than the Program, the Outlaws last project, which was the One Nation project. I A&R'd and executive produced that one. It's just a few other joints, man. I just don't have my name on per se, as far as with the streaming shit and all that. But I was at 26. Damn, I ain't even tripping.
26. I like you was on vacation for 13 years.
Yeah.
And was this like built up energy that you had to get off? You feel me? Like you know, like because like 13 years locked down and true or false, you really learned Twitter off a flip phone.
Yeah, off a flip phone.
Like how do you even do that? Like I thought
Motorola flip phone, man. I used to have to call. I remember I used to have to call, get the females, get the cards. You know what I mean? So I could load up the minutes on the phone, the whole little shit. But man, I load. You know, if you remember back in the day, you know, all you could get on was all we had was those. You know, it was matter of fact. I think it was past. I think smartphones was already out. I was late. You know what I mean? I was getting phones late, so I had to figure out how to fucking navigate Twitter from the flip phone. So that's what I was doing. I was on that motherfucker, man. I figured out how to have somebody set the counter for me. They sent me the info. Boom. I got on. I used to have to do it from the server. Boom. Go in there. Boom. Log in. Shit you on.
And Twitter was new back then, right?
It was brand. It was.
So you had to learn.
It was probably hell.
Like how did you even like connect with people or even like to learn shit? You know.
So you know, like man, I had a few friends. So of course, probably Rob, like all my partners, you just hook up with the people that you know.
Okay, word.
Like, hey, nigga, I got a Twitter. You know, when you on, I got a Twitter. Nigga, follow me, boom. So it started from there. And then, man, I ended up meeting, a few cats, man. I started even managing some dudes from off that shit, like some white kids from West Virginia.
Did you release Broken Cuffs, the compilation while you was behind bars?
So originally before that, it was a project that I did with this dude named DJ Nonstop from Cincinnati, cat I met off of Twitter. But he helped me put together the Above Cloud Vision, the original version, which I did the one with Dirty Diggs, but I did a version from jail, and the homie from my boy Seabird from the homie from Baby Insane. He had the same passion for music. He got life still in that joint. Free Seabird for sure. But he had the same passion for it like I did. So we was pretty much doing the same shit, man. Trying to arrange shit from jail. He did the same exact shit I did, just curated shit. And he rapped a little bit, but that was just man shit. But fast forward, man, we did that. I don't know that shit got put up like on that Piff or one of them sites or something, but
hey, that's like we was talking about earlier before the blog era.
Yeah, that was like right. That was like right around that time. That's what just going to that time. That's what kind of like sparked my mind on on seeing like, all right, you know, I see how motherfuckers giving out this music now. You know what I mean? It ain't, you know, basic. Y'all, I got to get a deal. I got to, you know what I mean? You can maneuver with just giving your shit to the fans, i.e. Currency. He was just giving shit away. You know what I mean?
In jail, did y'all have Tumblr?
I don't even remember what's Tumblr in that much.
Tumblr was like a fake early Instagram.
I'm trying to remember what's Tumblr because my main shit in there was for sure Twitter, then Facebook, and then a little later on it was Instagram. But then you know they had the POF, Plenty of Fish.
Yeah,
that was another one.
Okay, yeah.
But
yeah,
you know, man,
that's still around here. You feel me?
Yeah, that was a jail favorite, man. But you know, I just learned how to navigate from Twitter, man. Just figuring shit out. You know what I mean? Just tapping in with people. Just really mainly, just listening and watching and seeing what's really going on and try to stay. That's why I was hearing about Mac Miller. Of course, Currency. Then I was keeping up on what was going on with TDE, as far as the rise of TDE. At that time.
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
So yeah, I was able to kind of keep up on the world, man. Just the few hours I was able to log on that motherfucker.
That's fine. I love that. Are you able to right now put a compilation album with inmates that are still locked up? Has that ever been like an idea or a thought of yours? Or is it even possible with a prison? They wouldn't allow that.
See, it's crazy you say that, right? Because I was having I was in Miami, man. So I got it. So I probably could talk a little bit. And I ain't just give you the on the table the shit what they doing. So I was talking to Cool and Dre. So they're about to come out with a platform to where inmates are going to be able to record from jail on the tablets. And then not only that, it's going to be over Cool and Dre beats, and then they're going to be able to upload it to DPSs and then be able to make money. So that's where you say that.
That's real.
Yeah. So you say that. That's what sparked that.
That's real.
When I was talking to the homie Cool out there, that sparked that thought. I'm like, okay, when they create that, then I could, that's going. So now I know they trying to get it in all the states. I know it's like back east. A few other states they said they got it in, but once they get it everywhere how they need to, then that's the idea.
I hope they do, because every time I see a homie that comes out, I'm like, how much talent's up in there?
Man, come on.
He like, man, you hear that shit every night, every day.
Now they, this shit,
it's unheard talent in jail. They said, I'm like, man, and it's real pain too.
Yeah, and then it's like I know they the prison is involved because it's a part of rehabilitation.
Exactly,
it's a part of reform. Like if this guy can create a way for himself to make money through music from in here, then he's gonna get out. First of all, I'm not trying to go back in there because now I'm out here to be able to. I could do it the way I really want to do it now. So it gives to me, it's gonna get a person the confidence. It's gonna get a homie the confidence to get out, man, and and have the confidence to stay the fuck up out of there. Had the smartness to stay up out of there. And he just basically has something going on in his life. So
it's low key like an incentive. You feel me? An
incentive
is not to go back.
No, because it's hard, man. When you get out, just trying to figure out shit from scratch. You know what I mean? That was pretty much like my shit. Just I had shit going, but it was like, all right, now I got to figure out shit from scratch.
What happened?
Check your text message.
What happened?
You're rubbing the light to me.
Oh, my bad. My bad. Thank you for letting me know. I heard my phone going off, but I was just like, I thought it was something else. All right. You should have gave me that smart. No, right. We here, nigga.
We gotta give a sign.
Some nigga like. All right, I'll be good.
Cue card.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Hey, nigga, too much, nigga. You rubbing.
Nigga, pull the mic off your shirt, nigga.
You was down 13 years. Like, is there something that you still have a habit of doing that you was locked up? Like, folding your clothes a certain way or your bed a certain way?
I think more. I mean, like that. Whatnot. I mean, man. Shout out to my girl because she'll say otherwise. Like I'm the messiest person ever. But it's like some of it you let go, and then some of it you hold on to. Like I still get it. I'm a clean nigga. Don't get me wrong. But I mean, I still get up, make my coffee first thing in the morning. I'm still getting up between 5:30 and 5:45 in the morning. I'm still working out pretty much every day. I'm still trying to keep the things that that I used in there to govern myself and to give myself discipline and structure. like I still held on to them out here. You know what I mean? So I just, you know, a lot of the things I could say, you know, that I definitely held on to. Mainly the things that's, you know, that's my structure. You know
All right, we see the workout routine.
Yes, sir.
I wanted to ask, like, in the workout routine, like, who between you and TF, who wins? You feel me? Because if I see y'all in the gym, I'm going the other way, nigga. I am going the other way.
Now, TF a monster, man. TF a monster, bro. So I know the bench, if we benching, I'm going to get him.
Okay.
I'm going to get him on the bench. Legs, he going to max me on the legs for sure. And then, like, TF's a strong motherfucker, man, because he doing all kind of twists and turns, and he, you know what I mean, he's stretching, and, you know, he do a lot of shit, man, outside of what I do. You know, you see him doing mud runs.
Oh, yeah, I seen that,
my nigga shooting arrows and all the shit. Like, he like a, man, he's a warrior, man, you know what I mean? But for sure, like, on the bench, I'm getting him on the bench for sure.
Come on, I do that. I gotta get one of them challenges. See, like, who is one of the strongest rappers out here? Niggas,
That'd be a good one.
Y'all will be good. You know?
It's some niggas that's busting down, man. You know, I'm trying to think something off top, man. That probably could. TF, you know, game. You got cats like that you see work out often.
Or we could just do
Jim. I see Jim be getting money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he get money. He get money.
He should be stiff, man, but he be getting that money, man.
Or even at that 225 competition. Let's see who can do that 225. You know, just like a NFL combine type shit.
Yeah, I could get about 35.
Okay.
35,
Ooh.
35.
All right, Real Rap is back. When we type in Dope Networkz, Real Rap is back.
For sure,
can you talk about, like, developing, like, your sound, that sound for Dope Networkz? Because when you feel like when you put in Dope Networkz, it's a certain type of sound, style, vibe that you're going to get. You know.
I think, man, everything kind of just tailored around like what I like to hear.
Okay.
Like what I could, songs that I know, or sounds or vibes that I know I constantly want to, I put on repeat. I know, okay, if I could get, production that's similar or something that's in that frame, then I know not. And then depending on the artist too, cause definitely you gotta have the proper wordsman on there to bring it to life. But I just kind of gauge it off that, like, maybe the listener, they'll get addicted to it and listen, they'll find one that they listen to over and over again. So, it's just a certain sound that I know I like to listen to. A lot of it is, like I said, I mean, I work a lot with Jay Worthy. Jay Worthy probably like one of the ones I can say that sharpen my ear to shit and sharpen my eye to a lot of shit too, though.
How so?
Just aesthetic wise, just in the lane of shit that we do. It's like a vintage aesthetic. You know what I mean? It's a vintage lane. So just the loop game, picking the right samples. The right look for the video, or the right look of what, from down to the clothes, you know what I mean, and down, just kind of just the aesthetic of what we do. Just watching him, I was able to pick up on a lot of it, and then just kind of add it into, like, all right, I know I don't rap, you know what I mean, so what can I do to to have some kind of ripple or some kind of effect in the game, and be able to bring my sound without actually having a voice in the shit.
Hey, you accomplished that shit.
Nah, I mean, it's been years of trying to. I mean, it was time. It happened. Just being around the right cats at the right times been a blessing too. Because pretty much everybody that I got, been blessed to be around. Worthy, TF, what I mean, Larry, early on, man. I was able to watch Bro a little bit. Spitter, of course, man. Just being able to be around a lot of these cats, man, that I looked at, man, and was inspired by, man, and then able to take a piece of, really just being able to take a piece of what they do, and then just add it in, and then even like the artists outside of them I work with, I mean, I kind of look for certain characteristics, in them that I might see in Worthy, like, okay, he kind of fit.
I got you.
Like, I mean, it kind of give me like a blueprint of. For what I do.
Like, what makes you want to go work with a new artist, or say you will see a new artist out? Like, what makes you want to be like, hey, pull up to the studio, I want to work with you?
Man, I could take like the homies, the Win or Lose Records homies. Man, my boy Dean Kane, Buckethead, Meezy, my boy Alpha. It's like a whole collective, right? So, how I come across the homies, man. Okay, I came across. So this how just on some organic shit. I was watching YouTube, or I was watching Instagram, and then came across the kid Dean Kane. So from there, I just did what he was doing. You know what I mean? I kind of, I kind of just went down a rabbit hole from there, and then I looked, see who he was fucking with. Then I'm like, oh, okay, he connected to him. That's how I found the kid Buckethead.
Okay.
And then so just kind of, it was just like kind of like a man, not to get off course with the question, but just kind of answer your question. I just gotta feel it. You know what I mean? Like, man, I just went down the rabbit hole, seen what they was doing, man, and just felt it. You know what I mean? And then just met up with him, man, chopped it up with him. We met in person, and then shit. Then in person shit, like being able to vibe with you, being able to chop it down, being
steps and levels,
yeah.
We can vibe right here. Let's go to the next step.
Let's go to the next shit.
I hear you.
Right. So that's basically what it is. Just just meeting a person, man. If we can connect, and I feel like, man, we could build. You know what I mean? We could do something dope, because I really don't want to do nothing that's I'm trying to, when I come in, I'm trying to make shit better.
I hear you.
You know what I mean? So I'm gonna take what you got going, and then I'm gonna add, I'm gonna add in what I do, and then whatever else, whatever I could do to make it, bigger than what it is, man. That's my goal with it. So
I like that. I like that. I'm here for it. I support that. Yes, can you talk about Agency78? Are you part of Agency78? Are you managed by them, or are you a manager, a part of
No. So I'm a manager. Well, it probably go a little bit of everything, man. So I'm a manager up under Agency78. Shout out my brother Chase Infinite. Shout out my brother Hip Hop, Campbell Joshua, for sure. They the ones I work up under.
Okay, so your roster, you have your roster.
So I have the artists that I work with, and then I use the agency for support. With that. So like Damo Genesis is the prime example. That's the one that we kind of we really kind of merged together on, and that we're building together. Of course, me, I'm doing the groundwork. I just call the big dogs when it's time.
Easy call. Okay. I know you just throughout the interview you named a lot of artists, so I'm gonna name some of these artists and people, and whatever comes to your mind is first. You feel me? First thing comes to your mind, just blurt it out. Polly Rob.
Man, my brother.
All right, Spitter.
Man, Underground King.
All right, Jay Worthy.
Underground King.
TF.
Let me see. The coldest pen.
All right, Python P.
The coldest with the loops.
All right, last but not least, Triz.
Matter of fact, hold up. Coldest producer. I don't want to say coldest with the loops. That was for Python. Triz. Let me see. Triz, man. Underrated, bro.
Okay. Independent, underrated.
Independent and underrated, bro.
Are you fired? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Hey, like I said, appreciate for allowing us to pull up. You are a dope individual. Gotta give you your flowers. It's motivating to see what you do, to be around. You feel me? From TF to Python to Triz, even from Slick. You feel me? What you do up here. But you're part of Pro Club, you feel me? And Pro Club is one of the biggest things in culture since we was in middle school.
Yes, sir.
Every time you get a white tee, a black tee, any type of tee, if you get it dirty, it's Pro Club. You get it dirty, you take that shit off, go get you a new one.
Another one, man. Right from the Inglewood swap meet for me. That was, I spent a lot of money on them up there.
What is your part in Pro Club and
so man, I guess you could say brand management, brand ambassador. It kind of played a few different roles. Man, I might, just pretty much, man, you could just say just brand management, just bringing things to the brand, cultural things. You know what I mean? For far as just, I could just kind of define my role as being just keeping the culture in it. You know what I mean? Because Pro Club is growing leaps and bounds, but at the same time, man, it's Pro Club come from the streets. It come from the swap meets, come from Slauson swap meet, Inglewood swap meet. You know what I mean? It come from the city. So me, I just want to just make sure the culture stay in it. You know what I mean? And the culture is, and Pro Club always been good at representing the culture, man, very well, man. So I just want to just do my part, man, just keeping up tradition with that.
Hey, Pro Club is for the culture. The culture is for Pro Club. You feel me? What's coming up? We about to get into summertime and shit like that. What's coming up with Dope Networkz in summer?
Shit, man. This Saturday, man, I'll be in Atlanta. Got a show with my brother, the guy Fahim. It's his first headline show, or it might have been his first headline show. Then I got special guests in my brother, Young Rowdy and Trademark. Of course, part of Jet Life.
Okay.
So that'll be August 2nd in Atlanta. Then I double back It's gonna be an announcement coming up with the deluxe part of this is for the project. I got a special announcement for that, so it'll be some things coming with that. Of course, man, as far as with artists, man, Damo Genesis, TF, Zay Worthy, shit, Vel 9, Triz, who else? Sir Realers. I don't want to mention Osby Chill.
Osby Chill, he just dropped
Chill.
too.
Hold on, that's who I gotta mention, brother. Face the East, man. I need everybody, man, to go tap in on that, man. That's my brother's for sure. That's his best work, man. And just watching him go through the process of really giving that, and he really, not to give too much of the process he did, because he could tell the people that, but just knowing what he did, man, to prepare and to go through the recording of the album, man. He really gave. It's really something special. You can hear it in the music. You know what I mean? I think it's something. His best piece of work, man. So Face the East, man. Y'all go tap in, man. Osby Chill.
That's gonna be on my list for this week to listen to.
Yes, sir.
You dig? Where they follow you at? Where they get your information? How they contact you and all that? And we about to wrap this up.
Man. Networkz, man, on Instagram. Networkz on Twitter. That's the main places, man. You can catch me at Slick. Man, so you just catch me, man. Catch me wherever the culture is, man.
Hey, it's your boy Bang of the Name, Straight Out Trunk Radio. Make sure you follow us, SODTR_. Follow me personally, Bankhead _ the name. Subscribe to the channel, Straight Out the Trunk TV. Hey, we out. Dope Network. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you. Man. Thank you for having me, man. Straight Out the Trunk.